what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. LSU ending up on the top 10 defenses in the entire country list, Jake. I haven't had a full chance to dive into this wholly and fully. This comes from ESPN.com. Where did they rank LSU on here? Because I don't think like it's odd, man. When I think of LSU's defense, I don't think of them as being a top 10 group in the entire country.
LSU came in at number 8 on this list.
Okay.
So they made the list, and it talks about having a healthy Mason Smith, having a returning All-American next to him in Mekhi Wingo, and having maybe the most versatile defensive player in the country in Harold Perkins Jr. Now, I think it would actually rank higher if you didn't have question marks in the secondary, but still, a lot of people believe this is a top 10 defense, and it's hard to deny when you're talking about having an All-American in Wingo, a potential All-American in Mason Smith in the middle of your defense. Also, Harold Perkins is going to be in the middle of that defense because he's going back to more of a traditional middle linebacker role. Not to say that he won't line up sometimes at edge and be very creative, and then also you have a all Pac-12.
Tell him. I was going to say,
I was like, oh, no, did I not read?
No,
and Omar Spates is going to be next to him, who's an all Pac-12 member. He was a captain for a very good 10-win Oregon State football team a year ago. Go back and watch the USC film if you want to see exactly who Omar Spates is. So the middle is strong. Now, the question marks are going to be defensive back, like we talked about, corners and safeties, and edge rusher. Now, you've got a lot of candidates to be that edge rusher. You've gone and gotten players from Oregon and from Texas and high school ranks, but you don't know. You've had B.J. Ojulari over the last couple of years, second-round pick. You knew what you were getting with him. So that's going to be the question. And the last thing that you want to do is you're not getting pressure on the quarterback, so you feel like you have to maybe move Harold Perkins from where you want him at that Mike backer to being more on the edge like he was a year ago. They want him to play right there in the middle of that defense. So you need somebody else to step up and take over that role.
In terms of secondary, Jake, I did see a bit news yesterday. Deuce Chestnut officially qualified. I don't know what the story was exactly there. Maybe there was something going on academically. We had to get credits to transfer one thing or another. But he took to Twitter yesterday to say that he is officially good to go. That is the all-conference Syracuse cornerback that will look to be one of the guys potentially.
So you're counting on transfers. You're counting on Syracuse, Texas A&M, and Ohio State in that corner room. Now, you've got some talent. How's that talent going to blend itself into
where's Welch from again, though? Terrence Welch, remember where you're
Louisiana.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I thought so. Yeah, he's in that mix too.
Oh yeah, I mean he played incredible in the spring. Certainly the spring game against the ones.
Yeah,
he's a little bit longer than I thought he was. Now you've got Greg Brooks coming back as a veteran safety, so you feel good about there. But you probably need one more player to step up and kind of take the reins there. You've got talent. You've got guys that have done it in other places. You just never know how it's going to work when you put it all together. So that's going to be one of the big question marks is the defensive backfield. Again, you have pieces. How do you place those pieces, and does it come together as a full puzzle?
Yeah, and kind of underrated portion of this is Matt House, right? Matt House, year 2, another entire year on task, getting to know this staff, getting to know his players. I think his results in year 1 were fantastic. Right, and so you would just expect as he gets, reacclimated again and another year of experience being the defensive coordinator, and those relationships get another year of growth and everything else. I think the potential of this group is very high. Even if in my head, I don't know that I had them in my head as like a top 10 team. What other teams from the SEC found their way into this top 10, Jake?
All right, so I'm going to quickly go over the list. Surprise, surprise, Georgia number 1 on this list. No surprise here. Michigan, number 2 on that list. An LSU opponent, number 3, Alabama on this list. Penn State comes in at number 4. Clemson at number 5. Iowa at number 6. Another LSU opponent, Florida State, comes in at number 7. Yeah, Florida State's got a lot of people returning. I mean, they've got one of the best defensive ends in the country coming back. They've done a really nice job. They went in the transfer portal and added some pretty primetime players. Guys decided not to go to the draft, so that's not a surprise for me. Another LSU opponent comes in right behind them, Texas A&M at number 9, and Wisconsin rounds out the top 10. Others receiving votes, Illinois at 11, Air Force at 12, Utah at 13, NC State at 14, Kentucky at 15, Ohio State at 16, and Oregon State at 17.
Okay.
Illinois had the best scoring defense in the country last year, but they did lose a couple of pieces.
Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.